Get ready to match the stars. Trevor White, June Salter, Ugly Dave Gray, Carol Ray, Noel Ferrier, Peter Topano. As we play Graham Kennedy's Blankety Blanks. And now, here he is, the star of our show, Graham Kennedy.
That's enough for the music and the applause. Oh, you've stopped. Thank you and good evening. And I just want to tell you, I have just eaten a toasted roast beef sandwich from the canteen. And I think I'm going to blank. I think I am. I really do think I am. Jesus Christ, superstar. Trevor White. Hello, Trevor. Welcome
Hello,
to Blank.
Graham.
You haven't played with us before.
No, I haven't blanked before.
Well, tonight we want you to blank and blank very successfully because
Thank
here
you
we
very
are
much.
on the top rating 010 network. Did you catch me lying then? Welcome.
I always
Trevor.
see you crying on the telly these days.
Oh yes, in the
Yeah.
Ford. Yes. I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's because we're throwing away those Cortinas. Although now that it's March, we're probably not. June Salter, welcome to Blankety Blanks.
Thank you, Graham.
I didn't ever miss an episode, or perhaps one, of Certain Women.
Well, how very nice. That was probably the best one.
No, really. What are you doing now? Anything that we can talk about?
Why, did you have something in mind?
Well, I thought perhaps after the show. No, I didn't.
I'm just so delighted to meet you after all these years.
Do you know, we've never met.
Ever, ever.
We've been in the same industry for, well, June, a good 30 years more than I have. And,
Thank you, darling.
and we've never met.
Yes, I liked Bert Newton much better when I met him last November for the first time.
He's very nice. They've got a baby now.
Oh,
Matthew
how
Joseph.
lovely. How gorgeous.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Not as nice as Graham Logie, I thought might have been nice. Hello, Dave.
Hi.
What have you got on?
Oh, North Melbourne, you see.
Oh, because it's Friday night.
Ron Barassi's lot.
Yes.
They're going to do it this year. Do you know you said you just had a toasted sandwich in the canteen?
I did.
I was in there 10 minutes before you.
And?
all the staff was singing, Happy Birthday to you.
And what were they happy birthday?
One of the pies was a month old.
Dave Gray is here. Carol Ray, how lovely to see you. You must be between California
I
Suite.
wondered what you were going to say for a minute.
No, Carol must be, I've worked this out.
Yes.
Carol must be between California Suite
finished that.
finishing and Douglas Fairbanks starting.
Yes, I've actually started with Douglas Fairbanks.
How can you be here tonight?
Oh, well, I pop in from time to time. I just come up from the beach.
I know you're all brown and look what you've
Isn't
got on.
it divine? Do you
But
like this sort of thing?
I love it. Carol always dresses beautifully. There's just one
It's
thing I
beautiful.
want you to see. No shoes.
Graham, dear Graham, you know this beautiful dress. Do you like this sort of loose thing?
Very much.
Reminds me of the time my husband said he'd like to see me in something long and loose, and so he pushed me in the river.
She did it wrong. She did it wrong. Long and flowing. Long and
Just start again. Just start again. Carol, tell me about your dress.
It reminds me of the time my husband said he'd like to see me in something long and flowing. So he pushed me in the
That's
river.
better.
Bob on.
Bob on.
That's it.
God.
No,
I
right.
rehearsed that for hours out there these days.
What are you doing in Stuart's seat?
You might well ask. So is Stuart. Listen, I used to be a Geelong mascot, you know.
Did you really?
The Geelong football team, which is much better than North Melbourne.
Oh, well.
So there.
May I have my show back?
It's entirely yours.
Welcome to Blankety Blanks.
It's a pleasure to be here, even in Stuart's seat.
Yes, Stuart, for some unknown reason, is not with us this week.
I've never done it without Stuart.
What was it like? Yeah, really, what was it like?
Nice having Noel here.
Of course, it's nice having Noel here, and it's particularly nice having Peter Topano here. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Graham.
Looking forward to Chorus Line, getting nervous about it, rehearsing.
No, I'm not rehearsing yet. We don't start till...
Careful, it could be.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome. Now, what is going on over here? Oh, there's Sue Thompson. Sue Thompson has already won $2,850, and she's still in the game. Sue is 22 and works at Comelco, and our challenger Ronald Collins is married, and he's a government printer. Welcome, Ronald. You haven't won anything. You haven't won anything. No. Well, we'll see whether you do. It's round one, isn't it, Tony? Tony, the moustache twirler, is not a well man. And I can't tell you why, he's not well, but both up there and further down, he's not too good. A or B?
B, thanks.
B. Did you hear about the new wind-up mother-in-law doll? Push a button and it blanks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the new mother-in-law doll. Did you hear about the new wind-up mother-in-law doll? Push a button and it blanks. I've got an answer, I've got an answer, I've got an answer. But I don't play, you see. Everyone's in. Ronald, did you hear about the new wind-up mother-in-law doll? Push a button and it...
Nags.
Nags is a beaut answer. And Trevor hasn't got nags. Trevor.
What do we have?
Talks. Tony, don't leave the room. Not a match. Talking and talking and nagging and nagging. I'm sorry, Trevor.
Oh, all right.
June.
Oh, well, I was giving the lady a poor break.
Shuts up. Yes, that'd be a clever mother-in-law wind-up doll.
Actually, they've got a new doll now on the market called the Bob Hope doll.
What do you do to it?
You wind it up, put it on the floor, and it does nothing.
Sort of on strike, is it?
Does that come under nag? Talks
Talks is a match. Carol and nags.
Well, I haven't done it quite right. I was...
Talks.
See, talks.
No, we're not just going to have talks.
Talks.
No. But
sorry.
you meant nags, didn't
I
you?
did,
My
sorry.
mother-in-law is very genteel.
I've met her.
Have you?
Yeah.
Good on you. Have you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I did. I
We
met
must
her.
talk about it.
No, she was dead drunk at a pub one night down at Cremorne. That's right.
Wonder, notice. Wonder, would you believe?
Complains as nags is a match, Noel.
Thank you.
Somehow that matched. How did that match? The more I play it, the more I don't understand this game. Peter, nags. Nags is a match! Sue Thompson, everybody plays except Carol in this continuation of round one. Did you hear... Oh, it's another... Did you hear about the nearsighted whale? W-H-A-L-E. Did you hear about the nearsighted whale? He fell in love with the blank. Nearsighted whale. June? Well, imagine something that's... Yeah, like Dave's got is a good idea.
No.
I wanted to have a little
Oh, you can't.
peek at yours, Noel. Have you done anything yet, Carol?
I'm not allowed. I don't
You're
know
not
why.
playing. Peter's
Why
in,
aren't I?
everyone's in. No, Trevor's not in. We're waiting on JC. You don't have to paint it or draw it. Sue, did you hear about the nearsighted whale? He fell in love with a
Large ship.
large ship. Large ship, and you need 3 to win. So this must be round 2. Didn't know that. Now, large ship is a clever answer because that could clear the board, you know. Trevor, a large ship.
Well, this is almost like a large ship. If you
Yes.
swim at Bondi,
Yes. A torpedo.
yes.
It's a good thing for a nearsighted whale to fall in love with, but it's not
Dangerous.
a match. Very dangerous, yes, because the first time you start anything,
It could be explosive.
there was the whale, and there was the whale, and there was the whale. A bit over there. Jude, what do we have from you?
Well, I don't know what that
Submarine is a
qualifies.
large ship underwater. No, Tony said no. I would have passed that, June.
Would you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you hear about the whale that fell in love with a submarine?
No.
And every time the submarine fired a torpedo, it handed out cigars.
Yes, I had heard that.
Well, I would have thought that was the obvious submarine.
Submarine is not a
Yeah.
large ship, apparently. Large ship from Noel.
I seem to have a fixation about dicks.
What did you have? Just hold it up, Peter. A battleship would have been a large ship. Anyway, Sue Thompson has won the game. Come up, Sue. Oh, no, you haven't won. Sue hasn't won. Ronald's won. Sue goes home with only $3,000. Oh, Sue, we're going to miss you in this game. Come up, Ronald. You're our new champion. Goodbye to you, Sue. And thank you for playing Blankety Blanks. It's very dangerous. Like, we're not too worried that Sue is going because she goes home with $2,850. And here's our new champion, Ronald. We're going to play Super Match in the moment. Do you know how we play that? Well, would you explain it to me, because it's been a while since I've done it. We've got to do this first. Don't go away. Back with Blankety Blanks in a minute. Ronald, we polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent response to this. Show blank. Now, if you come up with the answer they gave most often, you get $100. If you come up with their second most frequent response, you get $50, third, $25 if you match it. Now, I don't know what I'd put for show blank, but these talented people over here, they will come up with some ideas, and you may choose any three of them. Ronald?
Dave, please.
Dave Gray.
It's got to be show business.
Show business, that's what we'd all think of.
Carol, please.
Who?
Carol.
Carol.
I've got two.
Have you? So have I.
Not in the same place, I hope. Showboat. Showboat?
Showboat.
Showboat.
Showboat. Showboat. Now that it's getting around Moomba time, indeed, I think it is Moomba time in Melbourne. The Showboat on the Yarra. Showboat, famous show written by Jerome Kern and P.G. Wodehouse.
Peter, please.
Peter Tupano.
Yes, please.
Showgirl.
Well, of course, a showgirl. Big, tall showgirl. Now, you mightn't like any of those. You might have a better idea, in which case reject those answers. Or would you like to go along with one of them?
I'll stick with Dave, show business.
Show business. Right. Now here. Inside this erection is Peter the Phantom Puller. We will now reveal the $25 answer. Thank you, Peter. Pull it. Well, show off. That's how I started off in life, as always a little precocious swine. I was showing off all the time. Let's find out what's under the $50 response. Thank you, Peter. Oh, the ill-fated Crawford program. It was a very good show.
Beautiful.
Listen, nobody's helped a lot, have they? Will show business be up there? Will it be there? Will you win $1,000? All these questions and more will be answered when next we play When a Girl Marries. Let's pull the $100 response, Peter. Show business is it. Woohoo! You've won $100, Ronald. Now you play for 10 times that amount, $1,000. It's written up there. It can't be wrong. But you must match one of our celebrities precisely. Who do you think you've got vibes with? None of them.
I'll try Dave, thanks.
Dave Gray. Dave Gray, whose jumper isn't finished yet. His mum's in town. His mum from Lancashire, Yorkshire.
No, Lancashire.
Lancashire.
Yes.
Dave's mum's in town. We'll get her to finish a jumper for you while she's here. All right, are you ready for this? Turn around and face me. Missing blank. It's M-I-S-S-I-N-G. Missing blank. And Dave's in. Now, for $1,000, Dave's got his fingers crossed. Missing...
Link.
Missing link.
Oh, I can't keep him in suspense.
Missing link! Oh, you could have had anything, too. Oh, is that you? Ronald. That's $1,000, which no one can ever take away. That's yours forever.
That's terrific.
Now, just pretend you don't win any more. You can. You're still in the game. What will you do with that $1,000? Is there something you want to do at home or something you want to buy?
I think I'll put it towards a new car.
A new car? Oh, let's hope it's one of the ones I sell. We'll be back in a moment to play Blankety Blanks. Don't go away. Ronald Collins is now our champion. Let's meet our new challenger, and it's Lorraine Davis. Lorraine, tell us the Lorraine Davis story.
I'm married Graham, live at Tamarama, and I'm a finance consultant.
Tamarama. You see, I always get that mixed up with Taramara, and they're nowhere near each other, are they?
They're not.
What kind of a consultant?
I arrange finance for people.
Oh, look, I can speak for us all. See, we're all actors and we need money. Can we come up? What's the firm?
Newman Mackay and Company?
Are they honest?
Of course.
How long have they been in business?
About 13 years.
Don't know. A or B? Lorraine, you're our challenger, so you get to choose.
A, please, Graham.
A. Round one, every match is worth a point, everybody plays, and here it is, upside down. Yuck, 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 yuck. Nick said, I have a terrible fear of women. Oh. That's what Nick said. Nick said, I have a terrible fear of women. It doesn't sound like he's got a...
It doesn't, but it's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, do it again.
Nick said, I've got a terrible fear of women, which makes it hard for me to do... Well, hang on. That's my fault.
Instant replay.
See, I'm fascinated with the voice I'm using. I didn't know I was going to... Perhaps I should have said, Nick said, oh, I have a terrible fear of women. See, I didn't start off doing it like that. I've started off butch.
Anyway, that's Cyril.
What?
That's Cyril.
Yes, get ready to write, Karen.
I'm poised. Get a...
Nick said, I have a terrible fear of women, which makes it hard for me to do my job. See, I'm a blank. Now, I'll do it without the personality. Nick said, I have a terrible fear of women, which makes it hard for me to do my job. I'm a blank. So we've all got to try and think of an occupation where Nick would have a very difficult time since he has a fear of women. Oh, of course.
Well,
Yes.
You know, I mean, what do you do? What do you do?
Yes. Remember's in. Come on,
I'll
Carol.
put the name because I can't think of anything else.
That'll do. That's nothing wrong with that. Whack it in.
Yes, but Barbara Streisand.
Lorraine, Nick said, I have a terrible fear of women, which makes it hard for me to do my job. I'm a
Gynecologist.
Oh, that is the definitive answer, I'm sure. Fancy having a fear of women and your entire job is... Oh, goodness me. Trevor, not only could you not spell gynecologist, I bet you haven't written it.
Well, taking into consideration that I couldn't spell it, I got the nearest thing. Will that do?
Doctor. Yes, that's a match. Yeah. Good on you, Trev. June, a gynecologist?
Well, Dave Gray laughed at me and said I'd be put off the air.
Why?
But I've got gynecologist.
Gynecologist. And spelt it properly, and it took 3 lines. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's even spelled properly, especially the colo in the middle, yeah.
I couldn't spell that.
But you could put doctor, which would match.
Yeah, but I didn't think of that. Actually, I went into her place. I went into Lorraine's place for a loan last week.
Did you?
And I said, can I see the loan arranger?
Oh.
And they said, the loan arranger isn't in, you'll have to see Tonto.
I love him. I don't care how many times we've heard him. I love him. Hairdresser. No, not a hairdresser. I bet Carol has got gynecologist.
Reminds me of the time I went to a gynecologist and he said, I wish you'd wear something long and flowing and push.
Hairdresser is not a gynecologist, no.
Never mind. Oh, wait a minute. Don't go away.
Ladies' hairdresser would make it very difficult for him.
Playing.
Oh, yes, Peter's given another one of her answers. Yes, she's another one of her clean answers. You television people at home, if you're work in the television industry, just chroma key in your own answer. Where is it, Peter?
Sorry, Graham. I'm sorry.
Window dresser.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, window dressers having a fear of women? I don't know. So how did we go? Not badly. Not badly at all. Ronald, here's a question for you. Instead of singing, I could have danced all night, Dopey Danny, who always gets the words wrong, sang, I could have blanked all night. Remember that famous sketch where the very pregnant lady comes on singing, I should have danced all night? I guess no one does remember that. Instead of singing, I could have danced all night, Dopey Danny, who always gets the lyrics wrong, sang, I could have blanked all night. I could have blanked all night. I could have blanked all night and never asked for more. Peter Tapano, we're waiting on. Ronald, instead of singing I could have danced all night, Dopey Danny, who always gets the words wrong, sang I could have blanked all night.
Could have slept all night.
I could have slept all night. Could have slept all night. A lovely answer. I could have...
Dopey Danny had a very exciting night, but he also thought.
And he could have slept as an average. Good work.
Yes, well, I was going to put that, but I didn't. I put sung.
I could have sung all night.
Well, I could have.
Of course you could have.
Yes.
Dave?
He is dopey, and that's why he could have
Slept all night. Carol?
Well, I thought you were being very clever with all the D's, but it's the same thing, isn't it?
Dozed and slept is... I'm looking at Tony the
Dozed.
moustache, and he's got his thumb up in the air, which means... Don't do that too often. No.
Well, I can't stand ballroom dancing,
Neither can I.
so I would have done that too.
Slept all night. Oh, I didn't think we'd do as well. Peter has slept.
Well, no, I just thought the opposite of the song, same as June sung.
Yes. No, but it's not a match. Well, now, we will be back to play round 2 of this... very soon. We'd like to say goodnight to you all. I thought we had time to play another round, and I would have liked to have played a round with you, but we can't. So it's good night from our champion and our challenger. We'll be back Monday. We'll be back Monday night to play that. Good night, Trevor. Thank you for being with us. Good night, Carol. Good night, Noel.
Good night, Graham.
June, how lovely of you to come.
Thank you.
And good night, Peter Tapano.
Good night, Graham.
Good night, Dave Gray.
I got to tell you, did you see in the paper the other night, this policeman was walking down this dark street and all these parked cars, and he got to the first car and all the windows were steamed up, and he knocked on the window and the window wound down and there was a couple in the back seat, and he said, "What are you doing?" And this girl said, "Oh," she said, "I'm just teaching my boyfriend to do the waltz." He said, "Oh." Walked a bit further, 3 cars down, knocked on the next car, wound the window down, this couple. He said, "Hello, hello, what's going on here?" And this girl said, "Oh, I'm just teaching my boyfriend to do the tango." He walked a bit further, he got to this station wagon. All the window, all steamed. He hammered on the station wagon. They wound the window down. He said, "I suppose you're doing the bossa nova." She said, "No, I'm doing the bossa favour."
Good night.
All prizes are moved by Grace Brothers Removals, the professionals. Interstate artists fly Ansett and drive Avis. They try harder. Whilst in Sydney, Graham Kennedy chooses to stay at the Boulevard Hotel, 90 William Street, King's Cross. This is a Reds Grundy production, produced in colour at the studios of Channel 10 Sydney in association with the O10 Network. Don Blake speaking.